The Kings of Rugby made light work of their closest rivals last round, thrashing Gloucester by 54 points to zip. That is a big half century on the second place side. Today, they continue their canter to the number one seed in the division into the playoffs, and they are facing today Benetton Treviso in our penultimate round robin match. And I want to welcome on to Cornflakes Group, your home of Rugby 18 and the Kings of Rugby career mode, where we are making our way to the very top of this future almost World League of Club Rugby. It is the Kings, of course, in the grey today, and it is Treviso kicking off in the green. As a good start finds the Marty Natolo in a bit of space. An early possession and early go-forward ball for the Kings. His advantage is over as Will Genia has popped a little kick through, and he tried to regather, but he was pipped at the post here as Treviso make a great little break straight through the guts, and they come back over halfway and promptly lose possession. Genia back on the ball. Malcolm Marks out wide. Now Marks is all alone. Where's the support? Puts a little grubber kick, and then he saves the man from going into touch. Bizarrely as that is. It's there for Treviso. Right on their own 22, a box kick away. And it finds a lot of grass, a lot of no man's land as Jonathan Sexton goes wide, and Atolje gets the ball nicely from Smith, and Atolje bundles his way through a couple of would-be tacklers. There for Genia. Quickly into the action of the Kings of Rugby as Genia goes a bit sideways. Rob Evans, the Welshman, away to Khaleesi, the Springbok. Now, Conrad Smith, the former All Black, cuts the line in half. Where can he go for support? It's a kick to nowhere, and it's charged down from Treviso. Oh, a little step and a fend, and the ball is spilt. Back for Genia. It's all action here. No one's got time for a breath. Conrad Smith has it once more. He throws a wild pass out the back. Tui Sova's still going. And they're inside the Treviso half, coming off a big half-century scoreline last round. And now Sexton. Oh, Sexton cuts through. Beautiful work from Jonathan Sexton. They've had enough, Treviso. And he is absolutely pummeled. Wow. Now that isn't one of the most deliberate tip tackles you've ever seen in your life. I don't know what is. It's surely, yes, a yellow card, and it is. Sexton's composed himself, and he's lining up the three. My goodness, what a tackle. A monumental hit from the Treviso defence. One worthy of the replay reel, that's for sure. Here is Sexton to get the scoring underway. And after 17 minutes, and it's 3-0, the Kings of Rugby over Treviso. Deep kick downfield here by the trailing side. And it's Stuart Hogg who absolutely pummels it. But out in the fall, pretty sure he was a couple of steps too far. And the players are all trundling back. So it will be a line out way back on the 22, well, it's actually inside the 22. Well, that is bizarre. That is bizarre. There was no breakdown to give us a point of mark from inside, but it's bizarrely again, it's a kick away from Treviso, and it's there for Marks, away to Rob Evans, who gets rid of 1 and 2. Great work here from Evans. They carve it out wide to the Kings of Rugby, and Tui Sova all alone now, and it's a great run. They're running backwards. They're avoiding him. Tui Sova still going. Out wide to Ma'anonu, and it will be a clear onto the line. It looked like Treviso might score, but it's turned right around. A big turnaround as well for the Ma'anonu try, and the Kings extend the lead. Wow, how bizarre was that little box chip from Treviso inside the Kings 22, and they were looking for something magical that just was not there. It was picked up from Malcolm Marks, and they threaded it through the backs to Tui Sova, who carved 80 metres off the field and then finished by Nonu at the end. Too many numbers. Treviso not covering back at all, and the yellow card period has cost them dearly, as it should be 10-0, and there's still a good 4 or so minutes left on that yellow time. Sexton right in front, now he barrier is there. He's a great goal kicker, and he adds another 2, and it's 10-0. Kings Rugby carrying on their merry way. Down to Will Guinea, who loves a good thump downfield, and that's what he delivers for the travelling side. And Treviso taking their sweet time to pull this in, and Guinea makes a tackle. Oh, it's spilt as well, but Stephen Bennett gets a turnover. Back it comes to the Kings. It's there for Vahamahina, and he almost trips his way into the 22. Guinea to Furlong. Smith, a good tackle there. A very good tackle on Conrad Smith as the ball is just delicately pushed away, and Nadolo, just away from one, but he's nicely put down by the second. Here's Guinea in midfield. Will Guinea! Great run there from the scrum half. It's this could be a turnover. It is a turnover. It's there again for Treviso, and it's kicked away. Danger though, as I see here for Tuisova, who loves a bit of a run. Tuisova straight through. No one even got a hand on him. How's the wheels? Oh, they're extraordinary. Tuisova, creator to scorer in the matter of minutes. What a tremendous try from the Kings winger. This was magical. The speed was just enough as he was being cornered between two defenders. And he has sliced and diced many times tonight already. But that was an extraordinary try from Tuisova. Well, if the tackle deserves to be in the highlights reel, then so does that run from Tuisova. Absolutely brilliant to watch. 15-0 is the score. And the yellow-carded player is back on the field now, but his side have conceded 15 with the possibility of another 2. As Johnny Sexton takes his side steps. And a slight breeze coming over his right-hand shoulder. Easily, delicately slides that ball through for another 2. It is 17-0. The Kings of Rugby over Treviso. And here is Sexton himself. He's running in the defence and kicking long. Wow, what a turn on that ball. And Treviso a chance to run it back. Or a chance to really attack on that breakdown. They get a little interplay going between a couple of forwards, and the Kings have to respect that, and they run a bit sideways. Defence waiting, it's expecting, it's demanding Treviso to do something. Oh, great tackle for Vahamahina. The man goes backwards, and Underhill's got it and turned it over. It's a poor pass, picked up by no one in particular. Khaleesi has it, and he's nicely passed it off to Conrad Smith, who does what a good back row should do, and takes a tackle even though he's got a 13 on his back. It's a poor pass through Treviso, and the ball squirts out again. My goodness me, it's half time, but how about that finish from Treviso? Just terrible. Well, let's have a look at some stats at the half-time break. 17-0, only the score. The Kings, you say, could have led by a lot more, as we've seen throughout the season. Treviso, second last on the table, so you can't expect too much from these guys, although they have pushed us in the past. 2 tries, 2 conversions, and a penalty. Tackle count relatively close as well. Treviso getting good portion of the ball throughout their half, and they'll be hoping for more of it, and hopefully for them, some points to go with them. Stuart Hogg's got the ball back on halfway, and he's going to get the second half underway with a towering kickoff. My goodness me, what's an absolute monster. As Treviso do grab it in, and they have a couple of little passes before the box kick goes away, straight into the hands of the most dangerous man on the paddock here today, Tuisova, looking to straighten up, and he offloads beautifully away to Sexton, who again straightens up and offloads nicely. Atolje gets a little one. Oh, that's gone straight to the defender, backtracking his way infield, and that is a fair turnover for Treviso. They keep it alive, coming down this left-hand attacking wing, and they've kicked it straight to Stuart Hogg, who has possibly the biggest punt on this field here by the two sides. He does go across field and gives Tuisova something to work on as they just stop straight in mid-run and take it away. Now Hogg again. Oh, that is close. Mammoth punt. And it's actually just bounced inside the touchline. Wow. A huge kick from Stewie Hogg. You've got to love that. And Treviso have opted for just the 5-man line out. So they're going front or back. You're not too sure. They do go back now. It's a good hit there too. And they'll look to maul it, which is definitely against our preferred play options, that's for sure. We try to twist it back towards the touchline and force them into doing something. There you go. Have your little fun, so now let's play rugby. Oh, there's the ball. No, keep that way. Keep those buttons down. We're just going to keep on charging forward. Now they get it out. We're offside massively there. Don't want to give them a penalty. Ball is out there for Treviso. They go flat. And they go straight to Malcolm Marks and another maul. Come on. Let's try to stop these idiots from going too far. You can't catch it. You can't catch it. What's what? Oh, end of advantage. What for? What was the advantage for, ref? I don't understand. Yes, here we go. We finally stopped it. Stupid mauls. It's 1-on-1 out here. It's Olse. Had to make that tackle. Goodness me, that was a close one. Treviso almost carving us in ribbons. Here's Furlong. And Furlong goes straight. Furlong goes straight through the middle. Right around here from Tide Furlong. And support out wide from Tuisova, who actually for the first time today gets tackled without releasing the ball. Now we look through the back line. Conrad Smith out to Ma'anonu. Ma'anonu beats one. Nonu curls in field again. He's looking. He's waiting. He's expecting. He doesn't need it. Ma'anonu was looking for the support down the left-hand touchline. It didn't come, but neither did the defence. And Ma'anonu carried on his merry way. He beats the tight head prop. Then it's pace. He was running away from a flanker. The winger and the fullback come across, but there just wasn't enough room. They couldn't force him wide, and Nonu was waiting for the support play, who I can't quite tell who it was. Whoever it was, they weren't quick enough to keep up with Nonu, and Nonu just said, hold this, I got it. Great try from, again, the former All Black centre, Ma'anonu, on form here today against Treviso. And that is the Kings of Rugby third try. And Sexton with 18 minutes to go will look to make it 24-0. It's easily his toughest kick of the night. Lines it up, looks all right, looks very good, Sexton. That is an extraordinary kick from the Irishman. And 24-0 is the score. Treviso absolutely out of this one. Here's Hogg. It's still going up as it goes over the fullback's head. It bounces in on end. This is a close one, right on the chalk. Unbelievable kick. And it's sent directly into touch by the Treviso fullback. There was a mammoth kick from Stuart Hogg. My goodness me, he put that right on the try line. You couldn't have dreamed of a better one. So line out for Marks. He goes to the back and bizarrely it's held in there, but they don't want to keep it there, the Kings. They quickly give it off and intercept at Underhill. A little chip over the top. Don't know what favours that's going to do for him. It's given away to Will Genia, who's tripping his way through. What a run from little Will Genia. Fired out into the backs now. It's Olse. What an intercept once more. Well, they're living off the scraps that the Kings are feeding them here, and they're doing it very nicely. Furlong makes a great tackle. The ball spills free, but it is Treviso with the support there that grab it back to the side. Oh, there's a juggle. We've ever seen one. A great piece of work to hold on, but now they lose it. Falatau to no one. Furlong to Guinea, out wide to Rob Evans. Rob Evans, the big loose head prop, doing all he could at that chance he had. And the ball's up there. Guinea can't find it. Treviso get it back. Big tackle. Treviso stringing together a few phases here, which is nice to see for them. Sexton running sideways and putting in a big side-swiping tackle. It's there again. Treviso have actually made some changes. We see some higher numbers on the field. Here's a turnover. Will Genia into the tackle, changes his mind, goes back towards traffic, shrugs away one. Now it's support from Sebastian Mahina. And the Frenchman goes almost to the 22. There's advantage at offside. A blatant offside is Rob Evans. Spots a little hole, but the big man can't go through it. Guinea again, more offside surely. Sexton go out to the left side. Advantage is over. Here is Nemani Nadolo. There's a man defender standing there. He's not even done anything. Nadolo just 6 meters short. Questionable defence there from Treviso. Sexton into contact, trying to shrug away the defender. Does so nicely, trying to offload, can't do it. Guinea, out wide. Vahamahina still got support there. It's Tui Sova, and that's another one. Fourth try, 80 minutes, bonus points theirs. And Tui Sova has been nothing short of phenomenal here tonight. Will Guinea waited, he drew in defender after defender. Vahamahina thought, I can go, but look at what I've got out wide. And the big dive to finish it off from Tui Sova. That is one you've got to love to finish for the Kings. Just look at Guinea, how he just manipulated the defence to make it about 10-on-1 out wide for the Kings. And that one defender can only stop one player, and they made the tackle on Vahamahina. Was not enough to even get a hand on Tui Sova. 80 minutes is up. The Kings of Rugby looking to tick this one over the 30 mark, and they do. That is a good little kick there from Johnny Sexton. He has been very good off the tee here tonight. His running game, not so influential, but his outside backs did the job brilliantly for the Kings. Look at the mud everywhere. There's Treviso that made to do a lot of work on defence compared to the Kings. Well, the crowd is still in good spirits despite the result. Their home team getting thrashed, and we have jumped on a few extra points there as well. 4 tries, 4 conversions, a penalty, and of course yellow card to Treviso early in the first half after about quarter of an hour. What is really interesting about this game is the tackle count. Kings 26, Treviso 29. Yet the scoreline 31-0 tells us otherwise. Treviso definitely had enough ball to do something with it, but their chances were often marred and ruined by some really bad kicks, which is all we can put that down for them. They are second last for a reason, and if they maybe hold on to it and ran it a bit more rather than kicking, they could have scored some points. Not to be though, and the Kings take all the points for themselves. So another victory is in the bag for the Kings of Rugby. We sit on 42 points at the top of the table. Gloucester are a further 8 points adrift, then 14 further back are Bordeaux for the Dragons, who we play in our final game, are down on 16 alongside Treviso, and Edinburgh down on 12. They are likely to be the ones gone for the season. One game left, folks. It is against Dragons, as we said, Newport Gwent Dragons. Then we play the semi-final and the final. At this stage, it's looking like we'll play the Dragons again. But it depends. No. So it'll depend on points differential. I was going to say it will depend on what Treviso do in their last match, which was a loss, a heavy loss to Edinburgh, surprisingly. So points differential is going to come into it. Dragons are minus 18, Treviso minus 96. So unless we thrash the Dragons by, what would that be, 78 points or more, then they will still stay in fourth. So we'll be playing the Dragons twice in a row, of course, unless they win, which they could possibly go up to third, and we'll be playing Bordeaux. So that's how the situation looks at the moment. One game still to play, and that will be coming very, very soon. We'll kick the season in the guts and move on to Division 1. I think we've only got 3 divisions to go, so hopefully we'll be looking at some new players and hopefully a bit of competition in Div 1 next season for taking it to the very, very top through the elites and the premierships and all that rubbish that they've got up there as well. So that's it for today's Kings Rugby episode. I'll be back in for another one very soon. Until then, thanks for tuning and watching, and as always, take care.